Hey guys, just want to let you know what day 24 is like. Went from Deer Park Mountain Shelter over to Walnut Mountain Shelter, and it was about 9.9 miles. Got a little late start because I was talking to Dr. Mudd, and then of course the family um, that I met, over at Fontana and the Corbett's. And anyway, I enjoyed talking to them, and I ate breakfast. And so anyway, I got a later start. So unfortunately, I didn't finish until almost dark, and it was starting to rain and sleet when I got there to the shelter. So it was a rough night setting up. Uh, the I was pretty much climbing all day. The first part of it started out with a little climb, and then I went into just ups and downs, and a lot of that. And then and that lasted a few miles, and then I went in about 3 miles, 3 or 4 miles up. That was a tough up, but then I started coming down, and that was a good down, and it was enjoying it. And then I had to go up again to the shelter. So it was a good little hike, and I'm finding that I'm a lot slower with the full pack. Um, so that's not been good. So that means I'm just going to have to get started a lot earlier. The um, the wind was horrible, uh, pretty much all day, but it really got bad in the evening. In fact, I didn't think it was supposed to rain or anything, but like I said, I just before I got to the shelter, and it was just about 7:15, 7:30. I had to stop and put my rain jacket on, and at the last minute, I was surprised. But it's the way it is sometimes, and nobody was looking for that weather. Everybody was surprised with the weather. So I got there, found a tent site, trying to be as quiet as I can because it was getting close to 8 o'clock. And I like to be through, so that I'm not waking anybody up. I did talk to one woman, tell her I may be putting on my stove, but decided to go ahead and go cold soak. So that was a first for me too. So far this little section's been a lot of first, as far as hiking in the dark and a cold soaked, um, and also putting my tent and everything up in the dark. I didn't have to put my tent up in the dark, but with the wind, it was challenging. Um, and the wind shifted during the night. It was interesting. I set my tent up into the uh, wind and was doing pretty good. And then all of a sudden, about 2:30 in the morning, one side just got ripped up. I unzipped my uh, rainbow porch thing, opened it up, and reached out and dug in oh, what do you call it, the stake, and staking it down. And the next thing I know, it's blown off again. So I ended up tying all the yellow stuff together with the stake and pushing it down right next to me as much as I could in the ground. And then basically, as because the wind shifted, it was blowing right into that that side, and it ended up that I had to hold on to that stake all night. I mean, I sat there from 2:30, 3 o'clock, holding on to that stake, and every time I'd hear the wind starting to come, I'd just brace myself, brace it up against my pad, and make sure I had it in there, and it stayed. But it was a rough night, so I didn't sleep real well that night. I slept well till then, um, but anyway, Bella, it's okay. It's Bella. Somebody's walking down the street, and she's got to tell them what it's for, what's going on over here. It's okay, baby. It's okay. But anyway, so that was that for the night. It was a good hike otherwise. Met a lot of nice people. Of course, when you're going south and they're going north, a lot of people going north, you meet a lot of people. So, and they were all headed to Hot Springs. So, hope they got some good food, and I hope they got in that night and didn't end up with some, like I said, we ended up with some sleet and rain and wind. The wind was horrible. It roared all night long. And you'll see on my next video when I was at Match Patch how bad it was the next day too. Okay, but that's it. Enjoy the video, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, later. All right, guys, this is what I'm seeing this morning in Hot Springs, going south. Of course, already met a lot of northbounders going into Hot Springs this morning. Getting a late start. It rained and really windy, and I just didn't want to, have to deal with getting soaked. I was already wet enough from the day before. All right, we're going up, so I'll let you go later. Look what I come up on. A little gnome place. And look what I spotted over here. Right here. It is a little gnome place. Beautiful. Looks so good with the going down the trail, up and down. Later. So this is what we're seeing this morning. It looks like you can just reach out and touch it. I'm doing, a lot of climbing. I'm hoping that'll stop in a little bit. But that's just the way it is. But it's beautiful out here. It's a pretty day. It's windy, thank goodness, because it's hot. So thank goodness for the wind. But this is what I'm seeing. And the trail sort of leveled off right here. Later. Here we are at elevation 2,500. It's about Bluff Mountain I'm fixing to go over, 4.1. They say that's tough. But anyway, here's fixing to go across this road over here. Right over there. Okay, later. Well, looky what I come up on. And I need some water. So I think I'll drink my full. Get some. And then I'll put some in my little bottles. Whoops. There's been a whole lot of water. There's a pipe right there. Coming from way up yonder. You can see it. Way up there. And come on down. It's beautiful. And of course, we love to hear this water. It's a beautiful little area. And then there's the scenery. Later. Look at here. Even got the AT on it. This thing is gorgeous. It is whopper too. It's big. Man, I have been climbing all day and I still got, I think, a mile. I am wore out. And I think I still got 2 or 3 miles to the shelter. It's going to be a late night tonight too. But anyway, this is beautiful. Okay, later. Well, here's my dancing trees. I've seen some all along, but these are at the end of the day, and I thought they're dancing because pacifiers about a mile through with the day, I hope. Maybe a little longer, not quite sure. All right, later. I don't know what tree this is, but it looks like, see the little birds or angels or something on this tree. Just gorgeous. The leaves are sort of rolled up, and when you first look at it, I thought angel wings, or it could be bird wings. Anyway, I like it. Sun's about to go down. All right, angel wing or bird wings. Later. Beautiful ending to the day. It's pretty cool over here. It looks like it's the mountain's on fire, but it's the sun. Beautiful day, hard climbing day. I've climbed it over 10 miles with a few ups and downs, and except for like 1.5 miles. Later.